Happy Deep Dive Wednesday, y'all. I thought it would be a good idea to come to the park today, but it's too windy to be outside. But here's the good news. We have plenty of light. Who is as excited as I am about daylight savings time? I know there are some folks who don't really appreciate it. They'd rather have a little extra sunlight in the morning and don't really appreciate the way it messes with our sleep patterns. But here's what I think about daylight savings time. I love the sun, not just the S-U-N, but the S-O-N. And this extra boost of light that we get at the end of the day may enable us to better serve Him. Think about it. When we come home after work and we have extra light, we're more likely to get out of our homes and go to places like parks where we can engage with folks and tell them how much the Lord loves them. People who struggle with driving after dark have more time now to get to Bible studies and church functions. Scientists tell us that the extra light actually can help us health-wise. It can decrease blood pressure and depression. But I think the best gift of light for us is in the spiritual realm. The Bible tells us that Jesus is the light of the world. So when I hear daylight savings, my spiritual ear hears light saves. Listen to how John describes it in his gospel. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. And Jesus Himself says, I am the light of the world. He who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And in 1 John, this is the message we have heard from Him and announced to you, that God is light, and in Him there is no darkness at all. Did you know that folks really first embraced daylight savings time in the early 20th century? When the world wars were taking place, folks wanted to conserve energy so that they could fuel the battle, the fight. And my friends, as Christ followers, we are in a spiritual battle today, and we can use all the help, all the light we can get, both physically and spiritually. And here's something to really look forward to. One day, we are going to experience daylight savings like we never have before. From Revelation, we read, And He carried me away in the Spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me the whole holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God. Her brilliance was like a very costly stone. I saw no temple in it, for the Lord God the Almighty and the Lamb are its temple. And this city has no need for the sun or the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God has illumined it, and its lamp is the Lamb. Isn't that a cool daylight savings to look forward to? Thanks for joining us in the deep end this week. Look forward to seeing you next week.